To start off, I just used a white and black cream makeup to get a light gray base and then applied it all over my face, ears, and neck. After that, I used a taupe brown color to map out where I wanted some of the contours to go. And for this, it helps to just make some grimaces and random facial expressions to find out where the lines should go and then just emphasize them. To add a little bit of texture, I just went in with a sponge and a dark purple red color from my Bruise Wheel to stipple over different areas of my face. And then I just used that same color on a contour brush to further define the recessed and shadowed areas of my face. With a flat-headed brush and a deep red eyeshadow, I better defined the lines that I had ended up blending out with the sponge and brush. And I kept sticking to the red tones to define everything just so it was a bit more forgiving, but also to give a more irritated, infected kind of feel. Once pretty happy with the shape of everything, I jumped into my black and gray shadows to really darken areas like above and below the eyes. And I kept the application pretty uneven and splotchy just so that the red would still come through and keep that irritated feel to them. I created this really sunken, drooping cheekbone shape to give a more sallow and dramatic effect to the makeup. And so I just worked on shading beneath the cheek lines to help them stand out, as well as along the sides of my mouth to give that permanent impression of a grimace. With the dark blue from my Bruise Wheel palette, I then went over the inner portion of my lips and pulled outward to give a bit of a virus or spreading infection feel. This color then also became very handy for stronger shadows all over the face, and because it's a cream product, it makes it very easy to blend out and mesh with other shades. Around the eyes, I just gave a bit of reshaping by lifting the brow arch and creating a false shadow. Something else I did with that cream color was to create veining around my face. Just by pulling the brush very lightly along the skin and creating random branching patterns, you can get a really simple look for veins. I focused on the lines coming out of my eyes and mouth area, but also added veins along the outside of my face and jaw. My final level of adding shadow was to use a black gel liner. I tend to find it gives the greatest depth and level of darkness, plus it lasts really well on the eye area if you have oilier lids like I do. I darkened the veins and branch patterns around my eyes one final time, and then I moved on to making my hair look really greasy and unkempt. Something really easy for making the hair look gross is cheap silver temporary hairspray. The silver gives an oily sheen, while the horrible quality hairspray in it helps mat up the hair and hold it in place better. I quickly added a light application of black and brown tooth enamel and then threw in a pair of black contacts, and that was the finished look.